The Vail has the following features: VANGO lifetime guarantee, fire retardant fly sheet, inner tent, mesh and ground sheet reduce the possibility of ignition from naked flames. Protex 5000 polyester fly sheet, durable, totally waterproof and reliable. Rigid steel structure for secure, comfortable living space. Sewn-in ground sheet for extra comfort. Seam-taped fly sheet for long-lasting protection. Mesh ventilation on inner tent reduces build-up of condensation and keeps bugs out. Bathtub inner ground sheet for total climate protection. Crystal clear windows with internal covers allow maximum light into the tent as well as outside viewing. Front and side doors give a choice of access depending on the conditions. Large zip-attached canopy can be detached easily and cleaned. Roller bag and separate pole bag included for easy transport. To pitch your Vail, zip open the tent bag and lay out the components: inner tents, fly sheet, pole bag and peg bag. Assemble the poles and lay them out on the ground. You should have 8 steel upright poles with corner sections, 2 canopy poles with corner sections. These have spiked ends and a row of holes. 5 fiberglass roof poles and 4 fiberglass window cover poles. On this tent, the fly sheet pitches first. Open the fly sheet on ground and position the tent in the desired direction, pointing the door away from the prevailing wind if possible. Detach the canopy. Locate the pole sleeves on the roof section of the fly sheet and insert 4 of the curved roof poles. Take care not to force the poles through. Never pull the poles. Locate the upright poles and corner sections onto the roof poles. The roof poles and corner sections are shaped to fit. On one side of the tent, locate one end of each pole into the corresponding pin and ring on the pole anchor straps. Very carefully make each pole into an arch from the opposite side and locate the pole ends onto the corresponding pin and ring. Attach the clips to each of the poles. Once connected at both ends, lay the arch on the ground, the back of the tent uppermost and the ends of the poles pointing towards the back of the tent. Loosen the adjustable anchor straps at both corners of the rear end of the tent, then peg them out using the long V-pegs supplied. With one person at each side of the tent, gather all the poles together and lift them into the upright position. Now pull the fly sheet forward, away from the pegged points, until the tent takes shape. Peg the opposite 2 anchor straps at the front doorway using the remaining V-pegs. At this point, ensure that all the poles are in line with each other and that the tent is sitting square. Peg down all the pole positions through the metal rings using pin pegs. Take care that the poles are aligned with the adjacent seams. Peg down the remaining fly sheet pegging points using pin pegs. Peg out all the guy lines using pin pegs. Zip the canopy on, insert its roof pole and steel poles. Hook the bungee onto one of the holes in the vertical pole and peg out. Thread the window cover poles and attach them at the ends. Put on the end caps and peg out. Open out the inner tents inside the fly sheet and position the doorways to correspond with the porch and the entrance of the fly sheet. Starting from the rear corners of the inner tent, attach the elasticated hooks on the ground sheet to the corresponding rings on the fly sheet anchor straps. Suspend the inner by attaching the toggles of the inner tent through the rings on the inside of the fly sheet. Do the rear first and work forward towards the porch. Note the colour coding. The elastics cross over at the top. Use the toggles to fasten the inners together and peg the inners down through the eyelet at the centre bottom of the inner tent. Taking the tent down is the reverse of putting it up. Close the windows. Close the inner doors. Remove the inner tents. Remove the window poles. Remove the canopy. Close the outer doors. Unpeg the guy lines and roll them away. Unpeg the base of the tent. Unclip the tent from the poles. Release the pins from the poles. Release the vertical poles from the roof poles. Push the poles out of the sleeves. Don't pull them. Fold the inners and fly sheet to fit the roller bag and pack away. Make sure your tent is dry before packing it away. We suggest you pitch it again in the garden, just to make sure it is properly dry. For full aftercare of your tent, visit our website. Proper care and attention to your tent will make it last for years. The VANGO range also includes rucksacks, sleeping bags, camp furniture, and other accessories such as windbreaks and cooking gear, all designed to make your life in the outdoors rewarding, exciting, and comfortable. Visit our website, vango.co.uk.